Have you ever paused and really wondered what your cat is doing while you're asleep? You probably imagine they just curl up next to you and fall asleep too. That's the common assumption. But the moment your breathing slows and your eyes finally close, something quietly shifts. Your cat steps into a completely different mode. And in that quiet nighttime world, they begin doing things you were never really meant to notice. Some of those behaviors reveal far more about how your cat truly feels about you than anything they do during the day. Miss the meaning behind those signals, and you might be reading your cat completely wrong. And if you've lived with cats long enough, you already know they're full of small, mysterious habits like this. So let's start with one of the strangest ones. First, they listen to your breathing. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night and discovered your cat sitting right beside your face? Not on your chest. Not down by your feet. Right beside your face. Most people shrug it off and assume their cat is waiting for breakfast. But something else is actually happening. Cats are extremely sensitive to breathing patterns. When you fall asleep, your breathing slows. It becomes deeper. It becomes more steady. To you, that shift feels completely normal. To your cat, it's very noticeable. When they sit close to your face at night, they're listening. They're observing. They're checking. They're making sure everything is exactly as it should be. This behavior comes from a very old survival instinct. In the wild, cats often exist in loose social groups. And part of staying safe is quietly monitoring one another. If something changes, everyone needs to know immediately. So when your cat sits near you while you sleep, they're following that same instinct. You're part of their group. Some animal behavior researchers even believe cats can detect subtle shifts in body chemistry when they're very close to a person. There are documented cases of cats staying unusually close to their owners shortly before a medical episode, almost as if they sensed something was off before the person even realized it. So no, it isn't always about food. Sometimes your cat is simply checking on you. And here's something many people never realize. This is only one side of the connection between you and your cat. Later, I'll show you something cats often do after they decide you're safe. And it's so quiet and subtle that most owners never notice it happening. Second, those sudden midnight bursts of energy aren't random. If you've ever shared a home with a cat, you know exactly what this looks like. The house is completely silent. Everything feels calm. Then suddenly, your cat launches through the hallway like a tiny rocket. Across the couch. Across the bed. Across the entire house. It looks chaotic. Maybe even a little wild. But there's actually a clear reason it happens so often at night. Cats are crepuscular animals. That means their natural activity peaks at dawn and dusk. Those are the times when prey animals are usually moving. But there's another detail most people overlook. In the wild, those same hours are when predators are active too. So when your cat races through the house at night, they're not simply burning off extra energy. They're performing something closer to a patrol. That sudden dash down the hallway. That leap onto the couch. That fast sprint into the bedroom. It's a territory check. Your cat is moving through the space. Scanning. Listening. Confirming everything is safe. And yes, that territory absolutely includes you. Even indoor cats who have never seen a mouse still carry these instincts. Their internal clock still repeats the same message every night. Check the environment. Stay alert. Protect the territory. And if you're someone who actually enjoys understanding what's going on inside a cat's mind, you're definitely in the right place. And honestly, if you're still listening right now, you're probably exactly the kind of person who loves cats as much as I do. So feel free to subscribe and stay here with us. This is where we talk about cats the way real cat people do. Now here's the next one. Third, they need your blanket for a reason. You've definitely seen this. Your cat climbs onto the bed, then slowly begins pressing their paws into the blanket. Again. And again. And again. It almost looks like they're kneading dough. Most people assume it's just a cute little habit. Something cats do when they feel comfortable. But there's more behind it. Yes, kneading begins in kittenhood. Kittens press their paws into their mother's belly to help stimulate milk flow. So part of this behavior is connected to comfort and early memory. But that's only part of the explanation. When your cat needs your blanket while you're lying there, something much more deliberate is happening. Cats have scent glands in their paw pads. Every time they press their paws down, they release tiny scent signals called pheromones. So when they need your blanket, your pillow, or the spot right beside you, they're marking it. They're placing their scent into your space. Not in an aggressive territorial way. In a bonding way. It's actually one of the clearest signs that your cat sees you as part of their inner circle. In cat language, the message is very simple. This space is ours. You belong here. That gentle kneading you once thought was just adorable. It's your cat slowly weaving themselves into your world. One soft press at a time. Fourth, they stare into the darkness. Have you ever caught your cat suddenly frozen in place? Eyes locked onto an empty corner of the room. Watching something you cannot see. If you live with a cat, you know that moment well. And yes, it can feel a little unsettling. But there's a real explanation for it. Cats experience the world very differently from humans. Their eyes contain a reflective layer called the tapetum lucidum. This layer reflects light back through the retina. Because of that, cats can see in extremely low light. In fact, they can see clearly in lighting that is nearly 6 times darker than what human eyes require. So while the room looks completely dark to your cat, it isn't dark at all. But vision is only part of the story. Cats can hear frequencies up to about 64,000 Hz. Humans usually stop hearing around 20,000. That means your cat hears sounds that simply do not exist in your world. A mouse moving inside the wall. Insects crawling through the ceiling. Pipes settling inside the structure of the house. Tiny vibrations traveling through the floor. Sounds so quiet your brain never even registers them. So when your cat stares into empty space, they aren't imagining things. They're reacting to real signals. Their ears twitch. Their whiskers shift. They're collecting information from a layer of sound and movement you simply cannot access. Fifth, they groom your hair while you sleep. Have you ever woken up and noticed your hair slightly damp or strangely tangled? Most people blame the pillow. But there's a good chance your cat was quietly licking or nuzzling your hair while you were asleep. It may sound strange, but it's actually one of the most intimate behaviors a cat can show. In feline social groups, grooming is a bonding ritual. It's called allogrooming. And cats only perform it with individuals they deeply trust. Mother cats groom their kittens. Bonded siblings groom each other. It isn't casual behavior. It's family behavior. So when your cat grooms your hair during the night, they're extending that same ritual to you. They aren't confused. They aren't hungry. They're treating you like one of their own. Some experts also believe cats are attracted to the natural oils and scent in human hair. Your smell is familiar. Comforting. By grooming your hair, they're mixing their scent with yours, strengthening the connection between you, even though you have no idea it's happening. And the truth is, most owners will never witness this moment. It happens quietly, in the dark, while you're deeply asleep. But it reveals something important. Your cat doesn't just see you as someone who feeds them. You belong to their circle. And this small hidden ritual is their way of showing it. Sixth, they tell you they love you while you sleep. Earlier we talked about how your cat might come close to your face to check if you're okay. But that's only the beginning. Because once they know you're safe, something else often happens. Something you will probably never see. Cats have a very specific way of expressing affection. It's called the slow blink. Your cat looks at you, then slowly closes their eyes. Calmly. Gently. Among cats, this gesture carries a clear message. I trust you. I feel safe with you. And it's not a small signal. Closing their eyes near another animal means lowering their guard completely. But here's the detail most cat owners never realize. Cats sometimes perform this slow blink while watching their sleeping humans. Researchers who studied cats at night using low-light cameras have seen this many times. A cat approaches their sleeping owner. They sit quietly beside them. Then they give a slow blink. Even though no one is watching. Even though you will never see it happen. They aren't doing it for attention. They aren't doing it for food. They're simply expressing something genuine. In the only language they know. And maybe that's the quiet truth about cats. Their deepest affection doesn't always appear when you're looking. Sometimes it happens in the dark. In silence. While you sleep. And somehow, that makes it even more beautiful.